Hello. I'm sorry we didn't have the pleasure of meeting in person, but I'm honored to present to you my research virtually on the effect of nursing home neglect precautionary measures on how the elderly view potential nursing home selections. Just a quick preface and inspiration for my project. Growing up, my grandfather was my best friend. He practically raised me, and unfortunately, in 2018, he had to be placed in a nursing home because he was unable to care for himself. And after just a few months, he passed away due to malnourishment and dehydration. His life was lost due to nursing home neglect, and it was devastating. It was very difficult for me. And as a result, I promised to do absolutely everything in my power to one day solve the issue of nursing home neglect. So this research is just my first small step of a large-scale issue in spreading awareness of the dangers to others and hopefully trying to save lives of loved ones for other families. The objective of this study was to examine the importance elderly participants place upon nursing home neglect precautionary measures during the nursing home selection process. In addition to analysis of data, the experiment was to raise awareness of the dangers of nursing home neglect to willing participants and to provide individuals with sufficient resources with facts and statistics on the topic to encourage informed decisions on potential nursing home selections. It's a very important topic, especially because in the United States, at least 750,000 individuals specifically report cases of nursing home neglect per year. However, several studies estimate that only 1 in 14 cases of elder abuse, and of course, nursing home neglect is a branch of elder abuse, is reported each year. Those who have been exposed to a form of elder abuse in a nursing home have a 300% higher risk of death when compared to others who have not been victims of elder abuse. In the nursing home selection process, common precautionary methods to combat nursing home neglect include ensuring adequate staffing levels, providing proper training for the staff, and providing elder abuse education for staff and residents. However, frequently elders moving into nursing homes make their decisions on the selection depending on underlying factors. Primary factors often include financial situations, location of facility, and availability of residents, so they're not able to prioritize the nursing home neglect precautionary methods in place. So within this experiment, willing elderly participants completed a written or computerized format of the same survey which I created. It was derived under guidance from an established survey named Nursing Home Safety Survey on Patient Safety. The survey I created was also derived alongside guidance and assistance of multiple medical healthcare professionals I reached out to in local hospitals and community centers that had personal experience in the nursing home field. The survey I created the importance of certain factors in the nursing home selection process. As you can see on the left, figure 1, it consists of 20 questions in which individuals were given certain factors in the nursing home selection process, and they had to rate them on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being least important and 5 being most important in the nursing home selection process. In addition to the written survey on the left, on the right there was a Google Form survey, the same exact one, just to have more outreach and availability for individuals in the community to take the survey. It was administered in an anonymous format among elderly men and women, ages ranging from 55 to 85 from all cultures. And to begin, the participants were asked if they had a previous amount of knowledge on the topic of nursing home neglect. They were asked to rank their previous knowledge on a scale of non-applicable to weak to strong, and they were just asked to their age and identifying gender. These questions were just served to categorize data and effectively analyze results from separate control groups. And then at the conclusion, after the 20 questions, participants were asked to print their legal name or respond with a "yes, I consent" in order for their results to be analyzed while they have all privacy rights. The completion of the entire survey took about 5 to 7 minutes to complete and stated that all participation was entirely voluntary. And at the end of the survey, each participant was given a student-created pamphlet, as you can see right on the next slide, with general information and resources to enhance one's ability to make an informed selection of a nursing home. And upon completion of the Google Form survey, after submitting, participants were prompted to a link to view a PDF of the informational pamphlet. With this informational pamphlet, I cited my sources on the bottom, but I basically provided individuals with facts and statistics to make the most informed decision during the nursing home selection process, and just basically convey the importance of nursing home neglect precautionary measures that need to be in place in nursing homes. In order to receive data from a simple random sample of willing participants, I reached out to groups of individuals in ages ranging from 55 to 85 because I wanted to get a group that are most likely to partake in the nursing home selection process. And so I reached out to community centers in St. Francis, Community Center of Long Beach Township, the Community Center of Asbury Park, and the Neptune Township Department of Senior Services. They allowed me to leave written surveys on the front desk, and I collected results every week. And also, the Google Forms survey were distributed to individuals associated with the Brick Township Senior Center and the Toms River Township Senior Center. As you can see on the left, there's my survey on the front desk at the St. Francis Aquatic Center, as well as the informational pamphlet next to it. I also provided hand sanitizer just so there was less transmission of any germs or disease. And on the right as well, through the Brick Township Senior Center, Mrs. Soto provided me a list of individuals to share the Google Form survey with. In order to analyze results, I used Google Sheets, and all responses from each survey were recorded across an individual row. I categorized different pages of the spreadsheet to isolate control variables. So I used non-applicable previous knowledge, weak and strong amounts of previous knowledge, as well as males and females. And then in order to examine results, I created Table 1 with means from all three groups of previous knowledge based on neglect precautionary measures and commonly prioritized factors. Within the survey, the even questions, So keeping on with the methodology, in order to analyze results, I used two ANOVA single factor tests on the neglect question ratings and the common factor ratings among the three control groups. I also used a Kruskal-Wallis test, a Mann-Whitney-U test, to determine the significance, and an alpha value of the statistical tests were conducted in order to analyze data concerning the importance individuals placed on certain factors in the nursing home selection process among groups of individuals with varying amounts of previous knowledge on the topic of nursing home neglect. An alpha of 0.05 was used to determine significance for all tests, and of the entire 836 elderly participants, there were 339 individuals had no applicable previous knowledge of nursing home neglect, 238 had a weak amount, and 259 individuals had a strong amount of previous knowledge. And as we can see in Table 1, those with non-applicable amounts of previous knowledge placed an average or a mean rating of 3.4 on neglect precautionary measures, while those with strong amounts of previous knowledge placed a mean average of 4.7 on neglect precautionary measures. These averages were brought up by the fact that all the even questions were neglect precautionary measures, while all the odd questions in the survey were commonly prioritized factors that did not specifically have to do with nursing home neglect. And as you can see, supported by the graph at the right, there is a statistically significant difference between levels of previous knowledge and the importance individuals place on the neglect precautionary measures. However, according to my second ANOVA single factor test, there was not a p-value strong enough to reject the null hypothesis, stating that there was not a correlation between amount of previous knowledge and the rating of commonly prioritized factors. However, to discuss the purpose of this experiment was to investigate how elderly individuals rate the importance of certain factors in the nursing home selection process. And as shown in the table before, the means demonstrated that those with the stronger amounts of previous knowledge placed the highest amounts of importance on precautionary measures, while those with the least amount of previous knowledge placed the least amount of importance on neglect precautionary measures. Furthermore, also, those with strong amounts of previous knowledge placed the lowest ratings of importance on commonly prioritized factors, while those with the least amounts of previous knowledge placed the highest ratings of importance on those commonly prioritized factors that do not have to do with nursing home neglect. Furthermore, male participants seemed to rate lower mean values of importance on neglect precautionary measures than females, which was very interesting to note. Furthermore, through my statistical tests, it came to see that there was a statistically significant impact on the mean ratings of importance on neglect precautionary measures on the amount of previous knowledge. Overall, analyzing the ratings of importance individuals in the community placed on certain factors in the nursing home selection process can be a useful observation to better our society's understandings of the elderly's thought process. Nursing home neglect is a very serious problem that plagues our society, and providing individuals with information to encourage the most informed decisions in the selection process is significant to avoiding nursing home neglect for oneself or a loved one, and ultimately saving lives. I would really like to continue with this project and use future studies investigating how to combat nursing home neglect better and how the importance of knowledge is in preventing nursing home neglect. Here are my references, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you soon one time in person. Thank you.